Alright, welcome to the Substitute for War video blog. I believe this is number 9, but really it's the first of a bunch of weekly ones. I'm going to try to do one every Wednesday from now on about a different subject. So I'm going to start with I'm not feeling the Minnesota Timberwolves this year to make the playoffs. I think they're being a bit overpredicted, so I'm going to explain a few reasons why I'm out of them. So the first things that really stands out when I look at them is that they really might be one of the least athletic teams in the league. It's not just because they're full of white guys, but if you look at it, like the front court is basically Kevin Love, Nick Pekovic, Derek Williams, Greg Stiesma. So those guys. The problem is that the foot speed defensively doesn't seem to be there for those guys. And none of them are really, well, Love and Pekovic aren't really like defensively known for their game. Derek Williams is young. Greg Stiesma is a decent shot blocker, but he played in Boston, which makes players look good defensively. But but then you look at the rest of the roster. They got like Rubio and Chivetta on the perimeter. Even though they're both smart players, I'm just concerned about how fast they are laterally rotating. Brandon Roy, obviously, with his knees, you have to wonder how fast he is. You got Chase Buninger out there, JJ Barea, Luke Ridnour. Neither of those guys can really defend well. Kirilenko is probably the best defender, but he's not in his athletic prime, so I don't know if he'll have the impact on that end that he once did. So when I look at the roster, top to bottom, defensively, I just don't like the speed or the athleticism there. They just don't seem really the way the league is now. Defense is both rotating extremely well, and that's what Oklahoma City and Miami did so well last year, is that they could just get to those open shooters so well, and they could close off the penetration so well, and etc. So basically, I'm just not sure Minnesota, if they're a step slow on a lot of plays, because they have all these kind of, I don't want to call them sluggish, but they're not all that fast. That would be concern. So I'm concerned about them defensively. And then on the offensive end, obviously Kevin Love is an elite power forward offensively. Pekovic is good, so in the front court they look good. My problem is in the backcourt. I just don't like the fit, because I think ideally when you have like a star big man like that, you want to have guys who hit threes, and you can kind of play the inside-out game. But Minnesota, they got a lot of guys who like to dribble the ball. Rubio likes to dribble the ball. Brandon Roy likes to dribble the ball. Chived, his entire game is dribbling the ball. JJ Barea, same thing. Luke Ridnour likes the ball in his hands. Kirilenko offensively seems to be better with the ball in his hands. So, that just creates some problems in terms of like distribution. There's not a lot of, I don't know if those guys, when you have so many guys that like the ball in their hands, I think the synergy might be a little bit difficult between them. None of them are really pure shooters who stand at the 3-point line. So, again, like Kirilenko might be out there, and Buttinger's the one pure shooter on the team. So maybe Luke Ridnour, but yeah, I just don't like the idea of when you have like an offensively great front court like that, just having like a lot of guys dribbling the ball outside. It somewhat would concern me, and the spacing when you have like Rubio and Chived playing together and Brandon Roy, it looks kind of weak. So what Minnesota has going for them obviously is that they're an extremely smart team. I'll get to this tomorrow in my 33-point team rankings, but they're one of the smartest teams in the league for sure. But if you just look at the rest, and even me, I even consider skill and physical together to combine for about 70%. Maybe IQ's at a 30%, but I'm just not sure between like the okay athleticism and the fact that they don't have a lot of like shooting. I'm just not sure how impressive they are in those areas, and skill and physical talent. Especially the athleticism. I just think they could get beat down. But yeah, so when I look at them, I just they have a great player, but I just don't like the fit around them due to the backcourt. I don't like the defensive fit around Kevin Love at all. Yeah, when you look at a team like Portland, just look at them directly. If we assume LaMarcus Aldridge is pretty close to Kevin Love, the things Portland has over them is that they're way more athletic, and then they have a better fitting roster where they have a bunch of guys who hit threes, and then one point guard who kind of does things in Damian Lillard. So I kind of really like the fit of that team. I like the fit of them more defensively than Minnesota. So I'm kind of picking Portland to upset Minnesota in the West and maybe push them down to like 11th for 10th for 11th. But anyways, so that's this video blog for this week. Come back next week for more stuff. And again, every Wednesday I'll try to get a short little video up for that day.